I have to go there, they need me." Mary was very frightened and suddenly the call hung up. Robert said to his friend Dale. Dale asked Robert to be calm and tell him about the situation briefly. Robert told him that he himself don't know what's the situation, but he knows that something is wrong in his family. He started telling him that 2 days back when he called his sister Mary, he noticed certain strange and unusual activities and voices on the call. He avoided it thinking it's a prank on him, so he hung up. Next day Mary called, but when he picked the call there was no one on the other side of the call, just a strange voice of a damaged TV. And also the call hung by all at once. He tried to call back, but no one picked it up. He ignored the situation once again until today when he listened the frightened voice of Mary and decided to go back to his home to check for the situation. His home was not so far, just about a 6 hours of ride. Dale offered to go with him, and he accepted. So Robert and Dale started packing around and left for home that day itself. They went on a long ride due to traffic of Cape Town. During the ride Robert tried to call Mary many times but was left with no clue. Dale constantly asked him to be calm, but he knew what's all going in his mind. After 8 hours they reached at the house of Robert. It was completely dark. All the lights of house seems to be switched off. Dale asked Robert to call Mary once again, as he thought it may be a prank to call him home, but still there was no answer from the other side, so they decided to go inside the house. They first knocked the door, but it seemed that the door was already open. It was not strange, as most of the time his family used to keep the door unlocked, but not usually at this time. But again, as always, he ignored it and went inside. It was completely dark inside, but the voice of damaged TV was heard from his parents' room. Robert asked Dale to check upstairs and he would check in the lounge and the basement. They got separated, which was a huge mistake by Robert, because this house was no more a house but a nightmare. Well, let's reveal a secret about what actually happened with Mary. In the hurry and all of sudden of calls, Robert forgot that his sister already died a week ago in a car accident, and also he didn't tell about this to his friend Dale. They decided to be on the call constantly during the search, but as soon as they went into each other's work, the network lost and they were no more in touch with each other. Even they weren't able to listen the name they were shouting, even though being so close. It was strange. Robert was already terrified due to his sister's voice. But now he himself is stuck in a situation, but even though they started realizing it was not a safe place, they kept on searching. Robert was moving down a hallway when he suddenly saw a lady walking around the hallway and then turned towards a room. He ran towards the room and saw that there was a lock in the room. Robert got scared and went unconscious for a moment. Dale was checking the first floor. He went to a room and suddenly realized that the room was locked all of a sudden from outside. He heard a strange voice outside the door, and then he saw white smoke coming into his room from the small opening under the door. He got terrified, but not for so long, as he went unconscious too. What actually happened with Robert's parents? What happened to Robert and Dale? Stay tuned for the next part. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like it.
Otherwise, the antagonist of the story will come to you.